Welcome everyone to another episode of Time for BL, where we'll be making some time for Step by Step today. Now we are on episode 11 and everything I've seen, every spoiler I've seen is like, you are going to cry, you are going to cry. If I cry, I am going to be mad. And I already have, I've seen so many damn spoilers because people were able to pay a fast pass to watch the episodes ahead of time and know everything, and they're just on TikTok like, let me tell you guys what happened in episode 11. I'm like, scroll, and sometimes I'm thinking, oh, this is gonna be a no spoiler review because they started off with like no spoilers, like, oh, I watched it and it was very emotional, and when you guys watch it next week, this is what's gonna happen. And it's like, what the hell? Why would you do that? So yeah, let's go. It is time for episode 11. We're gonna get the episode 11 trope. I'm going to fly to Thailand, and me and the director, we're gonna fisticuffs because how dare you. But let's watch Step by Step episode 11. They don't even need to finish talking here. I'm not even a minute in. So I said last episode, Pat is not a good choice for a replacement for the position. He is not a good manager choice. I don't care if you're training him for 3 years. Where he is at now, he is not management material. And right there, what's the first thing I said to him? Because of the rumors, we decided to look into your successor choice. Exactly. Like, Jeng is such an idiot. But let me let the episode play out. And I'm still so sad because we had so much sweetness last episode. And we about to get into the nitty gritty. But let's go. Okay, real quick. So the woman, I agree with her. A lot of what she's saying. She is like the voice of reason. But I also see where the men are coming from. Because, of course, yes, closed-minded people, homophobic people are going to view it negatively. But she's right. As far as the image, the broader image of them, it won't be as negative as an effect as they think it will be. Because people are going to be more open-minded and just be like, oh, they're just wondering if he's part of the LGBTQ plus community or not. That's it. That's all they want to know. Now, as far as though him wanting to have his boyfriend become the next manager, that should have a negative impact, because that, again, if Pat was qualified for the position, I'd be like, oh no, he's qualified, it just so happens he's dating. But they should have been more clear, as handing over the position and all that stuff and training him and stuff, been more clear about what their relationship was so that it doesn't come back to bite them in the butt. But because Pat is not qualified, in my opinion, for that position, and I'm sure in a lot of people's opinion in that company, that's why it looks so bad. If Pat was qualified, it wouldn't look this bad. Why wasn't Shut named the next manager, or even Nan, or anyone else? Not Ying. I have a feeling Ying is part of the problem with this. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she actually is really there for Pat and just really cares for Pat. But it's too quick of a turnaround with her. I have a feeling she just knows how to play the long con, and she probably even filmed it or leaked the footage. But I might be wrong. Yeah, this meeting, like the lady board member, I don't know who she is, I don't know if they said her name, is pointing out, and that the dad is kind of pointing out as well, this is a waste of time, because yes, people will move on eventually. It's and like he said, if anything, people are searching up the company more, and it's putting, like, it's like one of those, like, even bad press is good press, and this isn't even that bad of a press. It's just is the son of the owner dating a guy, that's the news story, and people will move on. And if it's handled very well by the company, it's actually going to bring them more work, especially like imagine if you are, well, what exactly does this group do? I mean, they have the digital marketing department, so I would think that they have people who come in because they want marketing for their product or whatever it is. And the fact that they had a product that had a BL couple and all that stuff, they'll be like, oh, so they're really a part of the community because the son is a part of the community, and gravitate towards them more. So it does have its good press side. The only bad press is him having his boyfriend be named his successor for the position. That's really the only bad press point of it, and it doesn't even seem to be what people are looking at. They're just more wanting to find out his sexuality, and if that's what's happening on the outside of the company, then y'all have nothing to worry about. Now on the inside of the company, you might want to correct that, just because people are going to be like, oh, the only way to get a promotion around here is to sleep with the boss. And of course, you don't want that to be the gossip in the office. So I'm not, because someone posted that they think the dad is going to be a bad person, and they've already watched the episode, so I don't know what they've seen and all that. But as far as this meeting right here, the way the dad said, let the person who started it fix it, I'm on his side for that. Jeng needs to pay for his consequences. Why would you name your boyfriend, who is not qualified, who is still on probation at the company, as your successor to become the next manager? Why? The guy on probation still? The guy who just started? I mean, yeah, sometimes the person who just started could be a really good fit for the position and all that, but Pat has not shown that he has the maturity for that. I keep going back to that. Pat has not shown that he has maturity for that position. Why would you do that? Let's get into the show, man. Let's get into the show. How do these things spread online like that though? Everybody's seeing it. How famous is their family? How famous is Jeng that this video is going around of Jeng and Pat? How famous? And it also is interesting that Jaab hasn't seen it. I'm glad Jeng and Pat had that conversation. I'm glad Pat answered the phone, went downstairs, everything, and they got to just hash everything out. And of course, make that promise that they will stay by each other's side. It's like they're gaslighting us. That's what they're doing. They're gaslighting us. I don't like this. I don't like it. They're gonna stay by each other's side. No, they're not. You assholes. How dare you? But I like that they got to have that conversation, clear the air. Jeng admitted that he was impressed with Pat from the beginning, which we did see when they were sitting at the cafe and having that conversation. So we saw that he was impressed with Pat from the beginning, but it does not change the fact. Does not change the fact that it looks bad, sir. These are the things, and I get why they couldn't just go and say, hey, we're dating, and also I want to train him to become a manager. I get why he couldn't do that. I completely understand. But also, he was not ready. Talk about, I saw your ability. Yeah, he has good sensibilities. He's young. He knows what he's doing. Definitely taking him under your wing to teach him stuff. Good. Preparing him to become a manager after you move from the position. No. Maybe in 3 years he'll be ready. Maybe. But them holding hands, everything. Thank you so much for the sweet moment that you're definitely going to ruin. And I know this because of all the damn spoilers. Because y'all had to give people early access. Why would you give people early Didn't he resign from the position so you can just resign and come back? Which, by the way, is also not a good look, that you can just come back. By the way, I love Sean. I was like, yeah, we all knew y'all were together. Well, not Ying Ying. It's like, yeah, we all knew. We all knew. Shannon's just like, yeah, y'all so madly in love and obvious. I apologize. No, you do not apologize. Oh my gosh. But in this room right now are 4 people who are more qualified than Pat for the position. I'm just saying. 4 people more qualified than Pat. Don't at me. Don't at me. It's the truth. I like Pat. He's sweet. He is not ready. Yeah, that's the next thing. Jeng knows that they are gunning for this department. They want to shut this department down. And him being this person who just falls in love so deeply couldn't just hold off. Of course he couldn't. But still, you know they're gunning for this department. And now what are they doing? They're using your personal life to try and shut down the department. They just hate you, my brother. Oh, they're using his personal life to try and shut down the department. That's like some next level petty BS. Man, you better just quit that place and go run your restaurant. You effing it up for everybody. Why are they drawing all these diagrams on the... I know nothing about digital marketing. I should shut my mouth. But you know what? At least Jeng and Pat are proving that, they can work together. Their relationship does not affect them working on the job, which is a good thing. So I will give them that. But damn! Why y'all had to make it so obvious? Hold up. Wait a minute. That's on Twitter. Who had pictures of Pat and put at who the hell posted that ish? Because here's the thing, it's not worse. Wait, did Put post that? I got questions. So many questions. Cutting the budget is one of the ways you get rid of an department. They are gunning for Jeng, and now with Put and the relationship he has with Pat out there, oh gosh, they are gunning for Jeng. Because here's the thing, if they weren't gunning for Jeng, this would have just been like a fire Pat and move on. But no, that's not what's happening. I think the uncle wants to become CEO. I think that's what it is. The uncle doesn't like the fact that Jeng is going to become CEO and he's gunning for that position. I think that's what it is. Is this what we're doing? I guess what they're trying to do is, no, see, Pat is good management material. See, he's going to come up with a whole thing. So there, he's perfect management material. Is that what's happening right now? In the office, they holding hands in front of everybody in the office. Why is hand holding making me kick and scream? What is wrong with me? Yo, if anyone's watching Stay, the American Filipino American BL, Filipino American Korean Filipino American BL, when Andre and Josh did that little pinky touch while washing dishes, I was kicking and screaming and hollering like, oh my god, they're holding hands. They weren't even holding hands. Their pinkies touched. I was wild. And now they're actually holding hands in front of everyone. I was just like, they're holding hands. Oh, they're so in love. Okay, I'm done. He trusts him. Okay, I'm done. And also, Pat has to prove that he is meant for this position. Yeah, let's all hold hands. Let's all hold hands. 1, 2, 3, go! Fighting! if I could slap Chris's mom across the face, I would. Hypothetically. Not realistically, because she is a TV character, and that is not actually possible. It is just a hypothetical situation that will never happen, because my podcast is now available on YouTube. Okay, so what I was confused about before was when the picture of Put and Pat got posted, I was like, who posted it? Because I'm like, there's no way in hell Put posted it, because that outs him, and he's not ready to be out because it hurts his career. He's in an imaginary couple, all that stuff. So like posting a picture of him and Pat would work negatively for him. It would negatively impact him. But I was like, would he do it in retaliation to the video? But he hadn't seen the video as yet, as I can now see. So he hadn't seen the video, and of course he's mad because he was like, it was obvious the only reason he was even getting back with Pat was his own ego. And then him seeing that Jeng and Pat have a thing going, it became, I must defeat Jeng. And then in the end, he found out Jeng won. Jeng got Pat. Pat is the prize. So now he's busting in his office to cuss him out. But yeah, that's what I was confused about. I wasn't sure if Pat would have outed himself, because of course he needs his any real relationship to be in the closet to continue his ship work. Put is an ass. So Jeng and Put are having their argument. Toe goes and gets Pat. Pat and Put go off to talk, and Put is all, why don't you come work for me? He doesn't want to see you, which Pat finally lets him know, I don't want to see you. I want you out of my life. So Put is like, I'm going to tell everyone we used to be together. And Pat's like, no, that negatively impacts me. You going public about the relationship we had. Like, Put only thinks of himself, and he's very selfish. And of course he wants Pat. And he's decided we don't know what he's decided yet, but it feels like he's deciding that he would rather ruin Pat's relationship with everyone, have him lose his job, all that, than have Pat be with Jeng. Like, he will destroy the world to make sure Pat doesn't get to move on from him. Basically, that's what it's feeling like. And it's like, no, go away, you are the villain. Probably not the big bad villain, but you are a villain. And then his parting words with Pat is that you're not you and Jeng aren't suitable for each other. Like, and which is something Pat has felt from the beginning, that he and Jeng aren't right for each other, and he's had that voice in his head, and then here is putting that voice back in his head again. You're not suitable for each other. It's and that's digging into his his insecurities, and Put knows how to work Pat's insecurities. And it's just sad. It just sucks. Oh, I hate Put. Put can put himself in the trash. There's a song by Flying a Boys. You know what? Flying a Boss. I'm gonna use that song, and I'm gonna do a TikTok for Put. It's perfect. It's perfect. I just need to collect a bunch of video of Put now. But it's perfect. Okay, hold up. Before they explain what Toe did, I would like to take this moment to apologize to Ying, the fictional character, because I really thought, she can't just change like that. She must be involved. I am sorry, Ying. I am very sorry. It was jealous Toe. The scene hasn't even played out. Oh my god, it was Toe all along. They misdirected me. It worked. The uncle. It was the uncle. Of course it's the uncle. Like I said, he's gunning for that position. He wants to get rid of Jeng. Oh, of course it's him. and using and utilizing the fact that the uncle, it had to be the uncle. Yeah, I was wondering, why would someone just in a nightclub be randomly filming Jeng unless Jeng is just that freaking famous? Would his dad do that? Is it his dad? Would his dad order the uncle to order someone to watch Jeng? What? Okay, so at first I'm like, but why would the president have his eye on Jeng and Pat? And then it hit me, oh yeah. When Pat was drunk, Jeng took Pat to their house. But at the same time, I'm like, why didn't you just go back to your condo? Why did you go all the way to your house? But Jeng took Pat to the house. So the dad, he did meet Pat, and he already figured, because he had this look, that something was going on with Jeng and Pat. So of course he would be like, yeah, watch those two. But would he leak it to the staff? That's why I'm not 100% convinced that it's the dad, because putting it on the leaking it to the staff does not benefit him and the company, even though he's like, oh, this is a blowover or whatever. It really doesn't benefit him and the company, but it benefits Zhuang, the uncle. It benefits him. I can see how it can benefit him. I can't see how this benefits the dad, unless the goal is just to break them up and get rid of the department. That's the only... Is that it? Is that the goal? I am so confused. And I want to know, like, he's not happy with the fact that Jeng is gay. How does he feel about Jaab? Well, he says likes men. He didn't say gay. Is Jeng bi? Or is he gay? Is that it? It's like, no, you gonna like a woman. We ain't gonna have you liking men. Is that it? Is that it? Nah, he gay. And is he okay with Jeng? Okay with Jaab, but not okay with Jeng. Is that a possibility too? That's right, Jaab. You go get your man. I'm still not on the Jaab Jen train. I'm sorry. I know everybody else is. I'm just still sitting over here like, Crit and Shut are getting married, and Shut's meeting Crit's parents. That's who I want as a second couple. I'm sorry, Jaab and Jen. But Jaab and Pat have a little heart-to-heart. Jaab explains that he's always known that Jeng had a thing for him, and Jeng continuously denied it. And, he loves his brother and supports his brother and supports Jeng and Pat and sees the relationship at kind of like letting Pat know, like, yeah, I see what y'all see in each other. And I knew my brother was into you. I knew he saw something in you. Like, giving Pat that confidence again. I hope. But episode 11 is nearing its end, and I know it's gonna happen, and I am not ready. I swear, if I cry, I am going to cuss someone out. Probably you guys. Not because I want to intentionally cuss all my listeners, but because I'd be that angry. Oishi, honey lemon. It appeared. I have to say it. Oishi, honey lemon. And then you're going to drink and go, so refreshing. I now have an idea, and I'm going to go ahead and put this together. I can foresee it. I foresee it. 0% sugar, oishi, honey lemon. That's what I foresee. And he said refreshing. And now he has the strength to keep working because of Oishi Honey Lemon. I love product placements. Nah, I'm sorry. You're going to need to share that idea before we call people to the meeting room. What are you about to talk about? They're having their little cute talk. And of course, we're getting back to the product placement. You see, just like this bottle has 0% sugar, we can start back from 0. We start right back at 1. like a dream come true. Come on. To wanna be with you. Yeah. So they can start right back as zero. I love the product placements. And of course, after talking about starting back from zero, Pat has an idea. Pat knows what they're going to do. Why is there fireworks? Because it's 4th of July. Not 4th of July. It's Independence Day. It's the day Will Smith saved us from the aliens. Thank you, Will Smith. He hasn't fully fleshed out the idea, but I am in. The idea that they're searching for the favorite flavor of the person he's going to go see. Jaab is going to go see, and using Jaab's story to get people to help him search for peach flavor. Yo. Oh, yo. That is great free marketing right there. When I say this is realistic, I mean sitting down in front of your computer, writing, tapping, like when you're getting like a block, and like just going at it and zoning out. The only thing not realistic is shut talking, because if I'm in the middle of writing and you're talking, I am going to stop and I'm going to stare at you and you're going to shut up. My husband, he sees me pull out my laptop or my tablet and I start writing, and he's just like, do I have to be quiet? I'm just like, yeah. He's like, okay, I'll be quiet. Because when you write and you get in that zone, ooh, I feel sorry for the person that disturbs you. Yes. Ooh, yes. Okay, I feel bad, but yes, they're gonna need you to talk to put. Okay, so I knew this was gonna happen, because of course, like, just because they come up with a great story doesn't mean a lot of people are gonna see it. I've had a lot of eyes on one of my stories, but it still has low engagement as far as comments and stuff like that, and I'm used to it. I've accepted that this is my life, and just because she wrote a great story, and she obviously said that she's not that famous, she just, you know, does this on the side, it doesn't mean it's gonna get a lot of attention. So of course they're gonna have to reach out to some celebrities. What celebrity do they know? Who has a connection to the celebrity? I know Put's gonna probably say some ish like, if you break up with Jeng, I'll do it. I hate that man. That boy is a like, I feel sorry for Pat, but at least Put didn't say some crap like, okay, fine, break up with Jeng and I'll help. But I'm glad he didn't say that. But at the same time, stop forcing Pat to keep you in his life. Like, I hate you, Put. I understand cheering on Pat. It was his idea and they're trending. Everything is going well. And plus he called Put, and Put told everyone to go check out the short film and all that stuff. Yeah. But Ying wrote that ish. She wrote for the peach, to find the peach pill thing, snake oil that they're selling. Ying wrote it. She actually wrote something. You know what? No, she doesn't deserve a pat on the back for that, because she should have been writing stuff for a while. She probably wasn't working on stuff because she was working on her Boys Love fan fiction. Okay, so Jaab is like outside ringing the doorbell and all that stuff, and calling Jen, and Jen won't answer. And then tries to climb the fence. The boy cannot hop a fence. I can't hop a fence either. But that's why I don't try to hop fences. You see the difference between me and Jaab is I know the limitations of my movements in my old age of over 30. He apparently does not. He's not 30. He's 20 something. He's like 22 in real life. But yeah, the boy can't hop a fence, but he can't climb a tree. That must be a rich kid thing. Welcome to Nippon. He's gone to Nippon. Oh my gosh. So my boy went to Japan to study. Well, I already knew about this actually. So someone already spoiled that on TikTok. But yeah, Jen is gone to Japan, and if Jaab had just gotten there a day earlier, he just needs to get there a day earlier, he would have seen Jen one last time before he left. He got there late. He got there the day after and screwed it up, and the boy is gone. I love the addition of all the boxes falling out of the car because he bought all these supplements trying to find Jin's favorite flavor. Love that little detail, by the way. These damn time skips! Alright, so 3 months later. Okay, that blonde wig is ugly. I'm just seeing the wig from the back, and you can see it's a wig too poorly put together wig. And 3, I'm guessing that's the dad. The dad has come back to visit him and has dyed his hair, is wearing a jeans jacket. He's going through midlife crisis, I'm guessing, with that ugly ass wig. Like, I don't even need to see it from the front. It needs a lace back. And sir, you think somebody's gonna break into your house and do your cookie food? Like, you think somebody broke into your house and it's what? The fake tattoos too? His younger look, the badass wig and stick-on tattoos. I'm guessing Carol sent him divorce papers, because the way he looking, like every woman who been with just leaving him, and is twice divorced. So, question, does that make him the problem? That means he's the problem, right? Is that like he needs to work on himself before getting into his next relationship, or just avoid relationships? This is a very deep and emotional scene. You know, the dad is opening up about going through another divorce and what that means for him and all this stuff. And all I can sit here and think is they probably left your ass because of that wig. This wig, this blonde ugly wig unseats Jaab. So Jaab, if you never hear this, your wig from Until We Meet Again is now the second worst wig in BL. Because this BS, you know what? No, because with your wig, they were trying to make us think that was your hair. It made no sense. They were trying to convince us that, yeah, this looks like normal hair out of someone's head. This is how hair looks. This at least was made as a joke, even though they haven't said it's a wig yet. He's trying a younger look. And put that glasses on his head for what reason, I don't know. But at least with this, the explanation is that he is trying to look younger. He's going through a midlife crisis. So you know what? No, Until We Meet Again wig, still number 1. You still hold that spot, buddy. I'm sorry. I'm trying to fall into the emotion, but I'm just like, take that damn thing off your head. I knew they were celebrating too early. Because I'm like, 1, where's Jeng in this meeting? And 2, that y'all celebrating too early. Something happened and something's about to happen. So they met the goal. They met the target they were supposed to reach for the quarter. But Pat has been called to the CEO's office. Why? Okay, the fact that the dad just admitted it. He just admitted to it. Like, yeah, that was me. I'm behind everything in this place. What, does gossip build the company? Like, is that it? Like, what? You're trying to build up Jeng in a certain way, so what are you doing? What is this man? If I had an inkling of what was going through this man's head, I would probably be as crazy as him. This man is not... I have no explanation. Jeng still on his bullshit. Oh my gosh. Jeng still on his bullshit. So this is the thing. This was an opportunity for Pat to prove why he is management material, because it wasn't a bad idea. His idea and everything wasn't a bad idea. They needed more time to execute something like that. You need the right influencer behind it to execute something like that. Jeng secretly putting money into it. Oh gosh, it wasn't a bad idea, and I wish he was honest with Pat. And that's the problem with Jeng. He keeps going behind Pat's back because he wants to build Pat's confidence, but that is not how you build someone's confidence. And again, Pat calling him a control freak is accurate. I need to take a breather. The father is an asshole as well, by the way. I would just like to add, the father is also an asshole. And I see where Jeng gets it from. His father is a control freak. He's a control freak. It's just how they utilize their control and is different. The father does it through manipulation, while Jeng does it because he thinks this is the best way to care for someone and take care of them, and he's doing it out of love. The father is doing it just pure control. He just likes to have power. I just said it. I just said that Jeng gets it from his dad. To me, they are no different. It's just the intention behind it is what's different. And Pat even said it. You are no different from the CEO. You're It's just that you actually are doing it because you care and you love him and you want something good to happen for him. So Jeng is doing it for Pat because he cares about Pat. The CEO is doing it because he cares about himself and he cares about his reputation and what he wants. He wants to be able to have this power and this control, versus Jeng, who's not doing it for power and control. He's doing it out of love, but it's still manipulation. It's still manipulation. And it's still having Pat wonder if he actually is capable of doing the job that you said he's capable of, but you don't trust him enough to execute the position or execute his plans in the position. Ugh. They did it 3 times because you see, if you say it 3 times, then the breakup is official. I really thought I'd be mad by the end to be like, why is Pat breaking up with Jeng? But I am okay with the reason why Pat breaks up with Jeng, because it's one of the problems that they had in the beginning. Jeng likes to control everything, and it's not good when you're in a relationship to try and control the outcome of things like that. Like, it's not good. And A and the baby weren't in this episode. I was sad about that. I wanted A and the baby. Did that subtitle say 2 years? We're getting a 2-year time jump? Like, I figured there'd be a 2-year time jump at some point because Jen has to get back to Thailand. And now I am crying. I actually am crying. Oh my God. So I'm thinking this is going to be like a breakup for a month and they'll get back together. 2 years before they get back together. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. I'm crying. I'm crying for a different reason. I'm not crying for the reason I thought. And it's not like we're going to have to wait 2 years to find out what happens at the end. It comes out next week, but I'm upset, okay? I'm very upset. But yeah. I agree with Pat's reasoning, because you don't want to be with someone who's controlling the outcome of everything and lying to you about it. Well, he didn't lie. It was a lie through omission. He omitted the details. So he lied. And that hurts. I'm Team Pat on this one. I'm very upset with the dad. Is the dad the most evil parent in BL? No. The dad from Where Your Eyes Linger still exists. If we're going with dads, Gun from Kinpor, she's dead, but he exists. So no, he is not the worst BL dad, but he is bad, if that makes sense. I'm upset. I'm crying. I am distressed. They're not going to be together for 2 years. 2 years. What is with these long timelines of being away from each other? I can't do it. That is me pulling a table. I'm pulling a table that I'm not going to flip. I'm upset. But thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for sticking around. This has been JD Young with Time for BL, and I hope you have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, and good night, whatever it is, wherever you are.